The OU Board of Regents holds a special meeting, a popular national park exposed to a toxic chemical, and plus who the new frontrunner is in a sea of Democrats running for president. This is OU Nightly. Hello, thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Antonides.
And I'm Mckenzie Gladney.
We begin with a special meeting of the OU Board of Regents.
It was held this morning at the OU Health Sciences Center. Many believe today's meeting focused on the man who was the president of the university for 23 years.
The Regents were not talking, but they confirm at least one thing.
What I want each of you to hear is that I want to affirm this board's complete support of Jim Gladney as president of the university, and to also make it completely clear that he did not initiate, nor is he involved in this investigation.
Chair of the board, Leslie Rainbolt Forbes, read a statement after the meeting adjourned.
Our goal is to ensure the investigation's integrity, and any comment would be highly inappropriate at this time.
What she wouldn't say was exactly who the investigation focused on, but most believe it centers around David Boren and allegations that he sexually harassed male office assistants. The Oklahoma newspaper first reported the university hired the Jones Day law firm to investigate Boren, citing anonymous sources. University spokesperson Lauren Brookie confirmed at the time that the university had hired the firm, but could not say what or who the firm was investigating.
Today's meeting covered information that is confidential and related to ongoing personnel issues, and I cannot comment on any unresolved personnel matters.
The question of when this investigation started was not answered today, but we do know OU has paid $278,000 to the law firm so far. Regents said they do not want to rush this process, and there's no deadline to end the investigation.
And the Regents made it clear today that they would not comment on if this investigation focuses on former President Boren or exactly what the investigation is about. But OU Nightly believes more information should have been shared with OU students and staff and the general public. Storm Jones was outside today's meeting, and he joins us now with more on the vague details provided in today's meeting agenda.
Yeah, Alex, the only glimpse into the private meeting comes from a brief agenda released to the public on Monday. It says during the executive session, members will discuss personnel investigations and that no action or decisions are expected to come from the meeting. This little information on the meeting comes despite a 1998 Oklahoma Attorney General's opinion that says any agenda item for a meeting of a public body in which personnel matters are to be discussed and for which an executive session is proposed must identify either the position or the individual salaried employee who is the subject of the discussion. Today, I asked OU's top attorney why the identity of the person being investigated is not being revealed in accordance with the Oklahoma Open Meetings Act and the Attorney General's ruling. The university's general counsel, Anil Angali, responded to one of two requests for information, saying the board has met the statutory requirements and disclosed as much information as possible without hindering the purposes and conduct of the investigation. Alex and Mckenzie, I've also been in touch today with the Oklahoma Attorney General's office as well as the Cleveland and Oklahoma County District Attorney's offices about steps to file formal complaints due to this lack of information.
Thank you, Storm. Sydney Baulier joins us in the News Center now. Who just joined the presidential race, Sydney?
24 hours after Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont announced his 2020 campaign for presidency, he surpassed all of his competitors. In one full day, Sanders donors raised $6 million online towards the grassroots campaign and blew other Democrats out of the water in donations. To put the amount of money in perspective, the previous record was held by Senator Kamala Harris, who only raised $1.5 million. A small-town Alabama newspaper is receiving backlash after an editorial was published on February 14th supporting the return of the infamous KKK. The editorial, which is titled "The Klan Needs to Ride Again," was written by Goodloe Sutton, the editor and publisher of the Democrat Reporter in Linden, Alabama. Sutton confirmed he wrote the editorial and highlighted that he doesn't believe all Americans should be lynched, just, quote, the socialist communists. Sutton has been asked to resign by Alabama lawmakers, and the newspaper has now lost over half of its subscribers since peaking at 7,000. And following nearly a 2-year investigation, the Mueller report could be released as soon as next week. The report would detail what they have discovered regarding Russian interference and possible conspiracy.
Thanks, Sydney. Well, it's turning out to be a pretty nice day outside, isn't it?
It definitely is. Leah Hill joins us now at the weather wall. What do we got, Leah?
That's right. So we are 19 degrees warmer than this time yesterday here in Norman. But look out towards Guyman. They are 23 degrees warmer than yesterday. Quite the temperature change. Yesterday we had all the sleet and freezing drizzle, but now we have these sunny skies. Temperatures mainly in the 50s across the state. So beautiful day overall. I'm going to be talking about the warm up that we'll see this weekend, some more chances for rain, and when that next cold front will come through. Back to you guys.
Starkey's Fitness Center is offering a new fitness program for OU students and faculty. OU Nightly Sammy Steele went to the F45 studio on campus to see what the workout is all about.
Good job, team! You're looking great!
Strength training, cardio, and a loud coach cheering you on for 45 minutes. Those are just a few things participants can expect when they sign up for an F45 class.
So it gives them a good balance. It's also very intentional in the way that the program is designed. It provides challenge, but it also gives permission for individuals to change and modify as they need to. It creates a really big team atmosphere and very much a social setting as well.
Based out of Australia, F45 has workout studios around the world, but this is the first F45 to open in Oklahoma.
The state of Oklahoma has the 8th highest obesity rate in the country, which is part of the reason OU thought it was important to bring an F45 fitness class to the community.
So we don't necessarily need to talk about these high obesity rates or, unhealthy habits. Just by coming to class, we are addressing those things and making the person healthier.
OU says the response has been tremendous so far. There's now more than 300 members signed up for the semester.
So I came to the gym last semester, but not as much. This class definitely makes me come almost every day compared to the only 2 times a day I used to come last semester.
Students and faculty interested in trying F45 can take a free preview class before signing up. Sammy Steele, OU Nightly.
For more information, you can visit OU Fits in Rec website. Well, a furry friend is making an impact at a local hospital. We'll have the story for you for the first full-time therapy dog in Oklahoma.
Plus, find out what popular national park has had visitors exposed to a toxic gas for almost 2 decades.
Welcome back. A new report says that a dangerous chemical was exposed to visitors and staff of a major national park for years. Kelsea Bickerstaff is here with more with the Earth Report.
If you were at the Grand Canyon National Park Museum between year 2000 and June 2018, you may have been exposed to uranium. Safety Manager Elston Stevenson sent out an email to all park staff warning them about the issue. He said by law, they are supposed to be informed. Stevenson found about 3 5-gallon buckets of uranium ore near an exhibit at the museum. According to the park's Department of the Interior, a recent survey found radiation levels at the normal amount and stated there is no risk to park or public employees. New Mexico received a tornado of snow today, or as some call it, a snow devil. The winter storm created a whirlwind and proceeded to pick up snow, making a tornado without the thunderstorms. The cold weather is expected to proceed in the eastern part of the United States, leaving a winter mixture of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and possible flooding. Back to you at the desk.
In 2017, the Children's Hospital OU Medicine made a special 4-legged hire. OU Nightly's Tori Johnson went to the hospital to meet this furry employee.
At just 17 months old, a golden retriever named Targa became the first full-time hospital therapy dog in Oklahoma.
She only works at the Children's Hospital, yes. She's considered a full-time employee here.
Okay, how does she get paid?
Lots of love.
While attending conferences at different hospitals, Sarah Jacobson met a furry employee at another hospital and returned to OU Med with a crazy idea.
We had not heard of a dog essentially being on staff. And so we learned about it, chatted a little bit more, and I came back and told my CEO, hey, the next project, I want to get a dog. And he was like, that's hilarious. Okay. And he was like, yeah, sure. You tell me how that goes.
Studies have proven that dogs can lower stress and anxiety levels. After doing extensive research on the cost of therapy dogs, Jacobson and her team created a fundraiser called Pause for Purpose.
Pups like Targa come at a hefty price. In her lifetime, she'll be worth more than $100,000, but everyone here says she's more than worth the money.
Skylar Taylor was appointed as Targa's handler, but likes to think of herself as Targa's mom.
She loves coming to work. I mean, truly, we'll pull up to the hospital and I almost have to run to keep up with her. She's just so excited to be here.
Taylor says Targa's impact was almost immediate for the kids, their families, and the staff.
Sometimes people don't want to open up to other people, but they'll open up to a dog, or they'll open up when a dog is present. So I've had patients that are maybe having a more challenging time with coping with being here, and the dads are able to hug on her and maybe shed a couple tears that they would be too embarrassed to do with just as if I were to walk into a room. And so just for her to be able to give that release to families is something that's so unique that I think is truly something that only a dog can offer.
Because of Targa's success, the hospital was able to add 2 more pups to the program. This year, Danny and Ned have started working alongside Targa in the hospital. Tori Johnson, OU Nightly.
And you can keep up with everything Targa, Danny, and Ned are doing at the hospital and in the community by following their Instagram page at pauseforpurpose_TCHV. And one college on campus is gearing up for a special Black History Month celebration.
Find out which historians are going to be speaking on campus tomorrow.
And it's beautiful outside right now with warm temperatures. I'll show you when all this will change coming up next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Leah Hill. It is just simply gorgeous outside right now. Quite a difference than what we saw yesterday with those sunny skies across the state. Currently here in Norman, we're just sitting in the 50s, but we're not going to be cooling down all that much, at least not how low we got last night. We're only going to be at 40 degrees by 8 p.m. Just chilling slightly as we get towards midnight, reaching 36 degrees. As for our lows across the state, again, not all that bad, sticking above freezing. 35 here in Norman, up in the Panhandle, Enid sitting at 31. Guyman just a bit chillier, sitting at 22 degrees for their low tonight. And then tomorrow, again, this beautiful weather is just sticking around for your Thursday. 8 a.m. will start to warm up, reaching nearly 50 degrees by noon. 55 by 5 p.m., but our high will occur a little bit before that. Around 3 p.m. we'll hit 56 degrees. And again, across the state, we are seeing those temperatures in the 50s. So very beautiful overall, and it won't be changing all that much as we go throughout the weekend. We do have some slight rain chances starting Friday evening, nothing widespread, and it will mainly stay out towards the eastern portion of the state. That will continue to move through on Saturday. This is in the early morning hours. Again, those showers are sticking out in the southeastern portion of the state, so Little Rock, you can expect some rain. Tulsa, maybe a few showers. But again, nothing widespread for your day on Saturday. And then we're clearing up as we get towards Saturday in the afternoon, again, making for a perfect day to go outside. So for your 2-day forecast, Thursday, warmer. Highly recommend going outside, taking your furry friends on a walk. We're staying warmer on Friday, but we do have that chances for scattered rain. Saturday, chances for temperatures in the 60s. Simply gorgeous on Saturday, but then we do have another cold front coming through that will start to push through on Tuesday, bringing us again some more chances for precipitation, and then even some rain and maybe some mixed precip for next Wednesday.
Oh wow, some hot then cold again.
Yes, beautiful temperatures, and then another cold front coming through late next week.
All right, thank you, Leah. In celebration of Black History Month, Price Business College will welcome lectures with a historic connection to African American life in Norman. A spokesperson for Price College says the annual event is even more important this year due to the racist events on campus.
Dr. Henderson will be here, and then Assistant Dean Lillian Miller from University College will be here, and they'll talk through their individual experiences as African Americans in academia, but also talk through their experiences here at OU at large, and how we can come together as a community and how we can engage each other through different cultures and through different cultural conversations.
Dr. Henderson is the first African American to own a home in Norman, and the lecture takes place at noon in the Dodson Lounge.
An OU softball pitcher is making a splash early in the season, isn't she, Christian?
Yes, she is. She's been dealing strikeouts and taking names. And the worst team in the NL West may have just gotten a wee bit better. Don't go anywhere. Sports is next. Welcome back. Over the weekend, the Sooners got the bats going as they swept Cal Poly SLO in a 3-game series. As we speak, the Sooners are dueling the Patriots of Dallas Baptist with a score of 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Boomer. They are off to a hot start, looking to begin the season at 4-0 for the first time in 6 years. Try and find a way to get out there and support the season as they get underway. Moving to the even mound, in consecutive weeks, Maria Lopez earned Big 12 Pitcher of the Week honors. Listen to the start of her season real quick. Threw a no-hitter against Florida Atlantic on Friday. Career-high 13 strikeouts, most strikeouts by a pitcher. 3 shutouts and 4 starts. Big 12 leading .27 ERA. Look out for Lopez this season because she is on a mission. And Chloe, how did the women's teams do this morning?
Hey, Christian. After a rocky start from the Sooner women this basketball season, it has been difficult for them to recover, and it showed today in their matchup against Iowa State. It has now been a week since the ladies broke their 10-day losing streak when they played Kansas at home. This morning, a new losing streak began as the ladies have lost back-to-back games. Despite the Sooners' struggle, the energy in Lloyd Noble was electric, with 8,000 of the biggest smiles and loudest cheering kids for the annual Sooner Junior Fan Field Trip Day. As for the players, sophomore Anna Lanusa continued a streak of her own, leading Oklahoma with 20 points. Lanusa hooped her way to her 6th consecutive game to pace OU in scoring. While it may have appeared a promising game for the Sooners late in the first half, tied at 29, the Cyclones used an 8-0 run to close it off by halftime. Taking a hard L 91-70 from Iowa State, the women will continue to persevere through the season. The Sooners have a couple of days to rest before heading to Morgantown for Saturday's 3 o'clock tip-off. Back to you, Christian.
Best of luck to the women's team this weekend. And switching to the fairways, last Saturday the men's golf team traveled to the beautiful Caribbean islands. The life of a golfer must be a hard one, but seriously, it actually must be. Down in Rio Grande, Puerto Rico, the Sooners took care of business in a field of 15, finishing 3rd. Ironically enough, both Georgia and Georgia Tech finished in a 2-way tie for 1st. Sounds a little fishy, but I digress. And the power-hitting third baseman Manny Machado has signed a 10-year Supermax deal worth a whopping $300 million with the San Diego Padres. The Padres finished last in their division this past season and hope the 26-year-old can provide some support to a struggling offense. And check it out. This kid definitely did not want Machado on his squad. Take a look.
Why not?
You're not gonna take a guy you hate from another team. Hey, Brett! It's kind of like taking Tom Brady from the Patriots and adding him to the Dolphins. It just doesn't happen.
And if you guys know Josh Calloway, it looks like this might have been him 15 years ago.
That's a good joke. Thanks. Thanks, Christian. Pet lovers will have no trouble celebrating this holiday.
Stay tuned to see some of OU Nightly's favorite furry friends.
I'm Abbi Bennett at the OU Nightly Update Desk. Majority Floor Leader's Kim David's bill has been approved that permits Oklahomans ages 21 and older to carry firearms without a permit. Veterans, active duty, and reserve military ages 18 and over are also protected under this bill. Private property owners as well as higher education institutions can still set their own policies. If the bill passes, Oklahoma will join 15 other states that have passed similar legislation. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Abby. Today is National Love Your Pet Day. Set aside some time to give your pet or pets some extra TLC and maybe treat them to some of your favorite goodies.
We asked our OU Nightly team to send in some of their favorite pictures of pets, all shapes and sizes. Be sure to use hashtag National Love Your Pet Day to share photos on social media. And right now we have a special guest joining us in studio. Leah, take it away.
This is my puppy Pluto. He is a little Yorkie, and we just wanted to bring him to say hi today.
All right, awesome. Well, that's awesome. Thanks, Leah. Thank you for watching OU Nightly, presented by the Gaylord College of Mass Communication and Journalism.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.